Hi, my name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast. And this is my Make-Up Monday for this week. Today I'm going to play with the stamp set, Painted Poppies, because it's Anzac Day here in Australia. And poppies are the flower of remembrance. So it seemed the most appropriate stamp set to play with for this Monday. So I did have a little play and did a triple time stamp card. I wasn't 100% happy with that, so I've reverted back to a nice Z fold card. I seem to can't help myself with fancy folds. So Z fold's a really simple fold, so it's not to me that fancy. But this was one I played with when I was trying to decide what to do with the stamp set for my tutorial this week. I quite like it, but it just didn't grab me completely, so I went to a Z fold. So I will put my phone up into the holder and we can get started. Okay, so Painted Poppies is the stamp set we're using. I have already pre-cut from one of the painted label dies that goes with this stamp set. I've cut this one out. Yeah, so I may do another poppy inside the card, but I'll wait and see, and I've already got some of those cut out. So that's my label that I've used from the dies, and this set is being carried over into the next annual catalogue, so I just thought I'd add that. I'm also going to be using the Time Worn Type embossing folder because I really like that oldie world embossing folder. But before we start, I'll just give you the measurements of what we're doing. So we've got just the standard basic A5 card base. So just in Australia it's just A5 card base, so I have scored that at 5.25 centimeters and 10.5 centimeters just to start that Z happening. I've got a piece of real red that's 10 centimeters by 14.4 centimeters for the back of the card, and another piece that's 5 centimeters by 14.4 centimeters for the front of the card. And then we've got our insert that will make complete Z fold, and it's 16.5 centimeters by 9 centimeters, scored at 5.5 centimeters and 11 centimeters, and that will then sit. Once everything's glued together, it will sit like this. So it's a bit hard to show you when it's not sort of all stuck down. But they're this, and then I've got my label. So they're the measurements. I'll just bring those up closer. So if you want to take a screenshot of the measurements of the card stock that I've used, bring that down a bit. So that's the measurements. So I'll just put that over there, and I can bring that back into view if you need to. So the first thing we're going to do is get our emboss machine and emboss the red pieces of card with the Time Worn Type embossing folder. So I shall get my embossing machine over here. So as I said, it's Anzac Day here in Australia, so that's why I chose to do the poppies for remembrance. So I hope everyone's having a really nice, well, had a really nice weekend. We had a nice weekend. The weather's been a bit sunny and a bit rainy, so it's a bit hard to pick sometimes. So I'm just embossing this with the Time Worn Type embossing folder. That is also carrying over into the new catalogue. So that's that. I've done my little bit of die cutting, so I don't need my machine anymore. So I shall just put that back, and I think we've got a helicopter flying low out overhead. I've always got something in my videos, haven't I? Sorry about that. It's not the dog barking or a power tool or... Okay, so these are our card pieces. So I'm going to put it the right way round. That would be a good idea. So that's going to go on the back, and this one's going to go on the front. Right way round as well would be good, and not upside down. So I shall get my glue. Might have to get a new piece of glue, a new glue pot I mean, because this one's I think getting towards the end. So I'm just going to put that down here on the front piece. There we go. And then this one I'm going to put at the back, on the back of the card. Yes, this glue is getting towards the end. There we go. So just put that in the back with the borders all around nice and even. I just use the tissue to mop up any glue that might spurt out in case I've been a bit ambitious with the glue, but that one's getting quite near the end of being full, so I probably wouldn't be squirting too much. So then this is going to go, it sits about halfway, and then this, and see that will make your Z. But before we do that, we're going to stamp a poppy from the poppy stamp set. It's a really nice stamp set. Got a splatter. Splatters are nice. I like splatters. And this is what happens when you're making cards. You might have bits left over, so we might pull one of these out and colour it in as well. Might pull two out. I don't want this one, so that's okay. So I've already taken this one out because I just think it's a nice little image of the poppy, and I'm just going to place it right there. Lovely. Put that there. So I am going to use my blends now. We do have cardstock called Poppy Parade, but I wanted to use Real Red, so I'm using Real Red. And I've just got my Real Red and Old Olive markers out, my blends. This is dark. I'm using this tip because that one's a bit messed up and I can't seem to colour very well with it anymore, so I'm using the other end today. Hope I'm not got my head coming in. Try not to. So that's that one, and this is the light Real Red. So just now this one, this tip is okay, so I might go back. Oh, I just went outside the line. How annoying. That's why we've got our colour lifter pen. A few years ago over at Terrigal on the Skillion, they did all these poppies up the hill, and it was so lovely. I haven't seen them do that for quite a few years. Well, the last 2 years, I think Anzac Day's been interrupted with COVID situations, so that's probably why that hasn't happened. I'm just going to get the colour lifter and go down here a little bit. Just take that little bit. Sometimes the lifter stains, so I just don't want it to stain. And then I will get the dark for this one. There we go. And I'm going to get the light Old Olive and go down the stem very carefully because it's very narrow little stem. Here we go. This one's even narrower. You just got to have a bit of a steady hand for this. And sometimes I don't. And then I think I'll just go back and touch it up a bit, and that's when I ruin it. So I'll get my dark old olive now for the leaf. I'm just going to do a little bit of dark down the bottom here. And then the light. And then just sort of drag the dark and the light together to blend it, so we've got a bit more depth. That should do it. And I will put that up on dimensionals, but before let's get one of these in. So that's going to go on that part of the card, up on dimensionals. I feel would be a good thing to do. Oh, what have I got there? Have I gone and done something silly? Oh no. Bit of bling will fix that. It just looked like a mark. Okay, so that's going to go like that. As I said, it's a bit hard until you've got it all together to sort of really show how it's meant to work. There we go. So that's how it's going to sort of stand. But I might just colour in this one. Which one's the better one? They're both pretty much the same. I'll do this one. So this is light. I want dark. Okay. So I'll just quickly colour this one in, and I might place that there. If you haven't tried the stamping blends, you should give them a try, because they're really, really easy to use. They're alcohol markers, and I think they're really good. So just do that, and I'll just get my light one coming back in to do here. Actually, the light is okay, so like this tip is okay on the light one. And I'll just sort of go over where the dark one's been and blend that. And then I'll get the dark one again and just do a bit sort of down here. I might do the whole of that one dark. And then the rest, I'll just sort of do it down in the center of the flower, where there'd be sort of shade. I'm going to go over all that because the ink's made those stamens black. So I'm just going to keep going like so. And then bring my light one back in. It's really annoying when this tip, the painting tip is what I'd probably call it, the brush tip, there you go, gets ruined or gets to the point where it can't really be used. It's annoying because you sort of do need the brush tip, but you can still colour with the bullet tip, as I call it. That looks pretty good. I have gone outside the lines once again, a little tiny bit, but it doesn't matter so much here. So sometimes it's good when you're stamped and already die cut something out. You think, oh, okay, I can use that on my card. Okay, so what I shall do is I will put that maybe here, maybe like that. But let's put this on with dimensionals. I've got my big dimensionals. I could have just stamped straight on that, but I just thought this would make it a little bit, have a little bit more detail to it by doing it this way. So it's just a bit of scruff from the die cutting, so I'm just going to place that pretty much centered on that panel. I think that's pretty good. And this one I don't think I'll pop. I think I will just use my snail and sort of put it like so. So get rid of these. So if you're ordering from me during the month of April, this is my host code. And at the moment you can get an online class if you use that code. So I just want to make sure. So I really want half of this glued down. So once again with my snail, I'll just put some of that there. And I'm just going to sort of eyeball half of this panel in the center. There we go. Once you've got that there, it makes it much easier. And then put some snail or tape or glue or whatever you want to use. And then what I would do is do that, and then I'd just fold it over like so and glue it and push it down. And then you know it's going to be in the right place. Can you see how that's, I didn't do any measurements. The main thing was to get this centered, and then once you know where that is, you can then just put tape or glue, adhesive on the back of this and sort of push it down like so. So that's that, but we do need some embellishments. Now, we do have red rhinestones, and they might be nice. We still have holiday rhinestones are retiring, and they did have red. So, oh, look at that! I found I found some dimensionals in there. So maybe we could use the red from the holiday rhinestones and use up some retiring products. The red rhinestones are carrying over. So, oh, that one's being a bit cheeky. I don't even know where it went. Okay, we don't need to worry about him. He's gone off into the distance. The other thing you could do, if you didn't have red rhinestones, you could colour with your blends onto the clear rhinestones or the clear pearls. Actually, I'm wondering whether the pearls might be nicer. Let me just think. Pop that back there. Red rhinestones go there. So let's get some basic pearls out. So they're the little ones. I want some bigger ones. And I'll show you. With your dark real red, you can colour your pearls. I think that's the next size down. And then this is a little one. And so you can, with the blends, you can then get pearls or rhinestones to be whatever colour you want them to be. And that's a really nice idea too. So we'll put one there. One there. And this little one, where shall we put it? If I can pick it up. Maybe there. So we'll put the pearls away, and then I'm going to get I used some of this glitter ribbon on a card I made in my card and a cuppa on Friday, and I didn't like the look of it, so I decided to pull it off, put something else on. But I think this might look nice, and I'll put it up here on the red. And I think instead of a bow, I think I'll just do like a little knot. Like so. And just trim that down a bit. Trim that down. I might need to even that up. Yes, I do. And we shall get a glue dot. I thought I might just put that there. Now, I haven't got a greeting yet, but we will get there eventually. So let me just... Because this stamp set, it doesn't have greetings. So I thought maybe just there. So let me get my Celebrating You stamp set and see what we've got here. It could be a thank you card, thanking the men and women that went to war for us, but I'm not sure about that, and I'm not sure if any of these really fit. So let me think about the greeting, and I shall do that later, and when I post the card it will have the greeting on it. But that's our Make It Monday for this week, using the Painted Poppies and the dies and the Time Worn Type embossing folder. So, and it's just a simple Z fold card. So I hope you like that. As I said, the poppies was inspiration for today because it's Anzac Day, and I really like acknowledging those who went to war, and I think that's a really nice card in memory of them, in memory of the men that didn't come back as well, because so many didn't come back. So I hope you like that. I'm just twiddling it, and once again, here are the measurements if you want to do one yourself, a Z fold card. They're the measurements for the card. So I hope you enjoyed that. Now I will be away on holidays from Tuesday until the following Wednesday, so I won't be doing my card and a cuppa on the 29th. No. Yes, the 29th. And I won't be doing the Make It Monday on the 2nd of May either. But then I'll be back in action. So enjoy the next week or so, and I'll see you, as I said, Monday the 2nd, 2 weeks today. Monday the 2nd of May. I'm pretty sure that's right. Yes. No, that's only 1 week, isn't it? Whatever. I'll see you on the 2nd of May. I've lost track of my days. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.